Back in 2009, the Jafana Tiger Force, JTF, rule ended in Sri Lanka. Then the army recruited a few men from the village to dig out an ancient gold. Ranitonga and his friends end up finding a box full of gold cakes. Hence they began fighting off the army in order for he and his men to keep the gold. After neutralizing the army, they escaped through the ocean bordering Sri Lanka and India, and enter Andhra Pradesh with the gold, part of which were used to bribe the police and buy their way to become citizens of the country. Ranitonga terror became prevalent in the village after people witnessed him mercilessly killing powerful men who tried to harm him. He influenced the youth of the villages with alcohol, money, and drugs to follow him, becoming the most powerful man in Andhra Pradesh. In the present, Motapalli, a small village along the coastline of Andhra Pradesh, is horrified after discovering the headless bodies of 10 men. This incident threw the whole village into a state of wailing and mourning. A brave police officer named Vijaya Lakshmi reaches Ranitonga's mansion to arrest him after finally getting a witness, while all the men in her squad resign on the spot to save themselves from his wrath, leaving only the female police officers. Lakshmi fights off Ranitonga's goons with her all-female team. However, Ranitonga's wife, Boroti, captures the female cops and orders her men to abuse them. Boroti reveals that Ranitonga has cracked a deal with a minister and a private company to dig out thorium, a substance used to make powerful nuclear weapons, from the coastal line of Andhra Pradesh. Thus, Ranitonga started abusing the people to force them to transfer their land rights to him. Boroti also reveals that it is impossible to stop Ranitonga. He is cruel, merciless, and greedy. Moreover, he is powerful enough to take over the state and never worry about anybody defeating him. Meanwhile, a little girl from Motapalli writes a letter to the president, revealing the horrors and abuse that the people are enduring every day. The letter also consisted of the terms of the 10 men who were later murdered by Ranitonga and buried headless. Moved by her letter, the president deploys an honest CBI officer, Satyamati, to investigate the situation in Motapalli. While Ranitonga continues to brutally assault the villagers and take over their lands, a strong yet jolly man named Baldev finds himself stranded in a village in Andhra Pradesh after his train is halted for a few hours. He goes to a nearby hut to eat something. An elderly woman serves him hot idlis. Just as he was enjoying the food, a few goons came over to the eatery and carelessly knocked the plate out of his hand. Baldev approaches them, demanding an apology for knocking over his meal, but the men refuse to do so. After he beats them black and blue, the men reveal that they belong to a powerful local politician named Ram Subba Reddy. Baldev drags the men to the politician's house and beats him badly while demanding an apology. The politician reveals that he works for Somalu. Baldev wastes no time in dragging him to Somalu, who happens to be the right hand of Ranitonga. After a bloody action sequence, Baldev drags everyone to Ranitonga to get his apology. Everyone holds their breath to see Ranitonga's reaction to an unruly and audacious man coming into his house after beating his men to demand an apology. Surprisingly, Ranitonga apologizes to dismiss the matter swiftly. Just as Baldev was about to leave, he noticed the police car and uniforms lying on the ground. He figures out that some of the female police officers are being held captive naked in the mansion. In the process of saving them, Baldev invites Ranitonga's animosity. The latter swears to kill Baldev in public to re-establish his fear and respect. After they left, Ranitonga sends his men after the Baldev and the female cops, and in the ensuing chase, one of the police officers, Divi, is fatally stabbed. Then, from an old woman who lives in the village, the passenger learns about Ranitonga's evil deeds, and how he killed innocent men with full support from the local corrupt police officers, including the Chief Inspector C.H. Sunil Kumar. Baldev learns about the horrors of Ranitonga and his power. He learns that anybody who dared to seek help or stand up against him was killed or publicly shamed to the point of insanity. He declares a personal war against Ranitonga and decides to lodge an official complaint against him at the police station. Along with Vijay Lakshmi and her team, Baldev reaches the police station only to face mockery and ridicule by the male police officers who worked for Ranitonga. The policemen capture Baldev and call Somalu. Drunk in revenge, Somalu reaches the police station. One of the inmates in the police cell reveals that Baldev is no ordinary man. He is Brigadier Baldev Pratap Singh, the lion of the Jat regime and the pride of the Indian army, popularly called the bulldozer. Somalu still does not believe the inmate, but it doesn't take long for the police station to turn into a graveyard. After allowing the female police officers to take back their pound of flesh against their male colleagues, Baldev kills every single one of the corrupt men, including Somalu. He hangs their bodies to the ceiling, a bold announcement of war against Ranitonga. Meanwhile, CBI officer Satyamati finds out the real identity of Ranitonga. He was the deputy commander of the Jaffna Tiger Force and was also involved in a high-profile assassination case of a politician. After understanding the gravity of the situation, Satyamati asks for a battalion to fight against him, but the captain assures him that Baldev alone is enough for him. Ranitonga shoves the people of Motopali into trucks to transport them to a ground where the deal will be finalized. Just when he starts killing the villagers one by one for defying him, Baldev makes a heroic entry on a helicopter to save them. A brutal combat goes down between Ranitonga and Baldev. This time, the villagers come together to support Baldev. They work together to hang him and bring an end to Ranitonga's tyranny. Meanwhile, Vijaya Lakshmi reaches Ranitonga's mansion to arrest Bharati, but she remained loyal to him till her last breath as she pulled the trigger on herself. Witnessing her death, Ranitonga's mother dies of a heart attack. This is where the movie ends. Kindly subscribe to this channel, click the like and share buttons and smash the notification bell to support this channel. Thanks for watching.